So we got some pretty amazing news for you guys, including free copies of Black Desert Online, open world Pokemon Legends Arceus has been announced, new details released for the Caligula Effect 2, and Hu Tao has been officially confirmed for Genshin Impact. Hello everyone, my name is Solomon SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news trends and updates for the RPG gaming genre, including MMOs, JRPGs, survival, and the like. If you guys got your cut ready with your beverage of choice, I'm drinking coffee as always. Let's go over these articles together. Cheers to you guys.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you.
So these next few articles will be specifically for all the JRPG fans out there, and in their first article from PCGamer.com, it says Monster Hunter Rise will hit PC early next year, and it goes on to read that Monster Hunter Rise will be a Switch exclusive when it arrives next month, but Capcom's latest dinosaur basher will eventually find its way to the PC sometime next year. A PC version is very much in development and is expected to be released in early 2022. And in a similar but separate note, Monster Hunter World is no different, as its PC release will be coming a good 7 months after its console debut. And this next article is maybe for all the weebs out there, I don't know, but we'll go ahead and switch on over to Gematsu.com, and in their first article it says that NieR Replicant version 1.2, and that large number I'm not going to say because it's too long, English voice cast announced. And if you actually do scroll down here in this article, they do have all the names of all the voice actors and actresses playing the various characters. I don't know any of them, so let me know down in the comment section below which one I should keep an eye on. And in case you forgot, this game is due out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 22nd, 2021 in Japan and Asia, followed up by the release of its North American and Europe versions of this game for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam worldwide on April 23rd. And in their next article, it says that the Caligula Effect 2 details story, characters, and its systems. And after reading this article, I have to admit I'm very interested in this game now. It's very much a JRPG if you're into that sort of stuff, but it does go on to read that publisher Furyu, I believe I'm saying that right, and developer Historia have fully launched the official website for the Caligula Effect 2, detailing the game's idols, main characters, and obligado musicians and systems. And this is a pretty lengthy article, and it really does go through all the details and whatnot, so I'll have a link to this down in the pinned comment section below if you're curious and want to check it out yourself. But yeah, just scrolling through, you could see just the different characters that they have, the screenshots, and they absolutely look pretty amazing. Again, very JRPG. Now, I can't go through every single little detail because of time restraints, and I was reading along and you kind of get a sense that this is actually a pretty dark JRPG. And it says here the Go Home Club members' approach to redo is no more than an alternate version of themselves written over their past regrets. So it looks like there will be two sets of reality in this game, one that actually takes place in the real world where you actually go to school and stuff, and the other one that kind of seems a little surreal, if you will. It continues on to say that the reality each Go Home Club member faces is full of trauma and pain. However, it's up to the player to discover why these individuals still wish to go back to them. Embark on this journey at your own risk and make choices free from regret. And yes, this game is turn-based, but the strategy and in terms of how it plays out is a little bit different from your stereotypical turn-based RPG out there. And it does go on to say that the battle system in which you predict the future could be changed into combos, but once a player selects an action, the outcome of that action is revealed. Collaborate with your friends and strategize to overcome disadvantageous situations. Now, there is a collector's edition for this game. I'm looking at you, Simon, and it looks pretty sweet, but I think this is Japanese only, unfortunately. And of course, lastly, it says the Caligula Effect 2 is due out for the PlayStation 4 and Switch on June 24th in Japan and this fall in North America and Europe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. And next, let's head on over to altchar.com. And if you're watching this on a VOD, I do apologize that the title is cut off on the right there, but it does go on to say that Genshin Impact Hu Tao release date and banner officially confirmed. And yes, she will be included as part of the 1.3 update, which has already given us Xiao and K-King banners. And the release of 1.3 will be on March 2nd, which is actually a few days from the recording of this video. Definitely follow Paimon if you haven't done so already to keep up to date with the latest Genshin Impact news. But lastly, it does go on to say that MiHoYo also revealed the 3 4-star characters that will be featured on Hu Tao's banner, which includes Xing Kui, Chang Yun, and Xiang Ling. Next, let's head on over to MMORPG.com for a few articles, and in their first one, it says that Star Wars Galaxy's Legends celebrates its anniversary with double XP weekend. They're also doing some giveaways too, so if you are a fan of this game and want to check it out, definitely head on over to their Legends forums for more information. And in their next article, it says that Elite Dangerous details on how foot weapons will work in the upcoming Odyssey expansion. Now, they do go on to say that all players will have a sidearm by default when they disembark, citing that it acts like all players having a sidewinder ship. Elite Dangerous Odyssey will also feature a full range of weapons from pistols, SMGs, shotguns, rocket launchers, and grenades. Players can also help each other in co-op, such as dropping ammo and guns for an ally to pick up and arm themselves as well. Now, you could actually use these weapons against ships, but they also say that some weapons will actually work better than others, such as using explosives. And in their next article, it says that get Black Desert Online for free until March 10th. And yes, this is in celebration for their 5th anniversary that is coming up, as well as the fact that Pearl Abyss is now self-publishing their title and no longer associated with Kakao Games. I don't even know where to start with this one, but in their next article, it does say that Chronicles of Elyria actually posted a roadmap depicting future updates through 2022, but again, it is your decision whether you want to believe this roadmap or not. And there's actually, like, I guess, spin-offs or different versions of this game that are also in development or something like that. I'll read more into it, but it does go on to say that Kingdoms of Elyria was recently announced to have a standalone title that utilizes the same settlement building mechanics as Chronicles of Elyria. And the underlying takeaway of this change in development strategy is that despite being 2 separate games, feedback from Kingdoms of Elyria will directly correlate and feedback on the settlement and land management features of Chronicles of Elyria. And so take that for what you will. I'm willing to kind of give them a second chance. I'm not a backer or anything like that, but hey, you know, it kind of amazes me what happens when you get sued, I guess. And changing gears one more time, we head on over to GameRant.com, and in this article it says that Outriders is already a Steam top seller and the game hasn't even been released yet. They are providing a demo for this game, and the good news is that if you play the demo and all the progress that you made on the demo will carry on to the actual game when it finally releases on the 1st of April. And in non-RPG news, I just wanted to mention this one really quick, and it comes from TheVerge.com. It says that Batman's next comic series is a Fortnite crossover, and I do apologize if you're watching this on a VOD again, as the title is cut off on the right there, but it does go on to read that DC Comics and Fortnite developer Epic Games are joining forces on a new Batman and Fortnite themed crossover comic book. This 6-issue miniseries titled Batman Fortnite 0 Point will debut on April 20th. 2 issues will then launch on both May and June before the series concludes with its final issue on July 6th. Next, let's go ahead and head on over to MassivelyOP.com, and in their first article it says that Star Wars The Old Republic's delayed patch is finally coming on March 2nd. And no, there is no additional storyline to this particular update, unfortunately. It just adds a bunch of tweaks here and there. For example, amplifiers are getting a user interface overhaul, uprisings are seeing level tweaks and difficulty balancing, and conquests are getting adjusted to ensure engaging and fair competition. In other words, players who join a guild after a conquest event started can't participate until the next event rolls around. And in their next article, it says that Ashes of Creation discusses testing snags and world boss creation, showcases new Alpha 1 gameplay. And it goes on to read that Ashes of Creation recently held yet another development update stream with some more looks at what the folks at Intrepid Studios have been up to for the PvPing sandbox. There was confirmation that some world bosses, one tuned for party and another tuned for raid, are being worked on, but the vast majority of the stream featured a new look at Alpha 1 gameplay featuring several devs getting into some PvE PvE and PvP shenanigans. And I'll have a link to this down in the pinned comment section below if you want to take a look at the whole entire live stream. But it was pretty interesting, a little bit crude still in terms of its development in my opinion, but I'm still happy that it's coming along. And in their next article, it says that Magic Legends will reward you for playing its March beta. I really like the way the author of this article worded it. It says incentives, if you will, or bribes. The bottom line is you test, you get free stuff. Now, those who jump into the open beta test via Cryptic's Arc platform next month will receive a Ogre Bruiser skin, a Vigilante costume, 2 drop boosts, and 2 mission reward boosts as well. But if you actually elect to play this game through the Epic Game Store instead, you'll actually get a different package that includes Moreland Ranger costume, a Werewolf Summon skin, as well as 2 drop boosts as well. And in their next article, it says that the Elder Scrolls Online previews the Black Drake Villa dungeon from the Flames of Ambition DLC. And as always, I'll have a link to this down in the pinned comment section below if you want to take a closer look. But all in all, it just says that players will contend with 3 bosses in the dungeon, with each one sporting its own hard mode for greater challenge. Next, we head on over to GamesRadar.com for one article here, and it says that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 will have a different director. And it goes on to read that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 will no longer be directed by Tetsuya Nomura. Nomura, who was the main director for the first part, is handing over the mantle to Naoki Hamaguchi, who is his co-director for the first part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake project. And in their next article, it says that Pokemon Legends Arceus looks like Breath of the Wild set in Sinnoh history. And it goes on to read that Pokemon Legends Arceus is set in Sinnoh region many years before the events of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, to kind of give you a look at its timeline. And of course, you play as a young trainer who has a simple yet ambitious goal: complete the first Pokédex in Sinnoh's history. They'll have the help of a professor, and some things don't change, who starts off with the Rowlet, Cyndaquil, or Oshawott, and from there you'll be able to catch and battle more Pokemon out there in the wild. And that concludes today's episode of RPG News, Updates, and Commentary. I really do appreciate if you made it with me so far, and if you feel as though I've earned your subscription, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it, as that significantly helps out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Anyways, everyone, I will finally let you guys go. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.